Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and I'm doing today's load prompt, which has to do with Ms. Moneypenny in the Bond series. And the prompt was to scrap about something to do with money and to dabble in or try some mixed media. So I'm going to do a little bit of mixed media. I'm going to do some stenciling and some stamping. And I've got my 12 by 12 Misty here, and I've got my ledger paper. I have scrapped before about the fact that John, when asked our first Christmas together, when asked for his Christmas list, the first item on his Christmas wish list was a ledger pad. So I laughed at that, and for every Christmas of the 39 that we were together, except the last one, but that's a different story, I got him a ledger book. And I think I have some of them in a drawer that I'm going to do some mixed media on one of these days. But anyway, his mother's name, maiden name, was Manypenny, and we used to kind of call her Moneypenny, and she was the financially responsible one of the couple. That's his parents, Audrey and Bob, and then John became the financially responsible one in our relationship. So it's not going to be exactly to, what I learned about money was leave it to John. That was kind of my thing. I'm using I've got a ledger sheet from Print Shop by Vicki Boutin. And I'm using a stencil from Scrap a Sketch that's just got kind of bubbly circles, and I'm using speckled egg, and I'm going to stamp over this. I'm going to kind of do it like that, and then like this. I'll move it down to here. Well, let me move some up here just for the hell of it. And then I'm going to do something similar to that here. And then a little bit right there. Nothing particularly exciting. And the photo's going to kind of cover a lot of that. Now, I have a stamp that I actually bought with John in mind. It's by Darkroom Door, and it's called Number Medley, and it has like pence, halfpenny. So we have Moneypenny, Manypenny, and halfpenny here. So I'm going to make sure that halfpenny is showing. And it's got like some ledger book entries handwritten here, and then a blow up of some of that. And just some various numbers around. It's a great stamp, and I usually, when I use it, I kind of use it like this, because I'm just doing just quick impressions around. I'm not trying to do to print the whole stamp. But this time I am going to try to print the whole stamp, and we'll see how that works out. So I want the stamp to be kind of lowerish, right, like so. And now I'm going to have to pull the Misty away so it doesn't hit the camera. I'm pressing it down, and I'm going to lift it up, and I'm going to ink it. And I'm sorry that a lot of this is going to be off camera. Let me see if I can bring the inking in. Kind of not really comparing if it all comes out the same depth of black. So now I'm pressing it down and kind of rubbing around on it. And there it is. And it's great. I'm actually going to go ahead and take the paper out. I'll take the stamp off. And I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'm just going to drop it on the floor. I need to reorganize my filming setup. I'm kind of limited by the position of the camera holder, which has to be screwed onto the side of the table. So let me get, I've got the page straight. I want to get the camera straight now. There we go. Now I have these two pieces of, these are pattern papers from print shop, and they're the other sides of what I fussy cut to get these flowers and hearts. And then I had a piece of paper that had some of these circles, so I pulled the ones that kind of fit in with the color scheme. This is my color scheme basically right there. And then I'm going to add, just for a pop of contrast, the red, the reddish orange hearts. And I don't know where I'm going to put those circles. I have no idea. But those are going to be, that's pretty much going to be my only embellishments, I think. And let's see which one of these I want behind the photo. I think I like the black and white. And I thought I would kind of do that. Let me put it at a slight angle. And see, I've got that half penny showing. And another at a slight angle. And I'm going to do this parallel with the page. And so it'll be at a little askance of the black and white paper. So I guess that's good. Now, I thought I would just kind of start placing these around, and I'm kind of going to go, and I don't know where I'm going to put the title or what I'm going to do the title with. I might want to just have one of them kind of snugged up to the photo, and I can have another one snugged up to the photo right here, and then this one kind of down there. And I don't think I need big pieces of foam for these. I can do something like that, and then that for the flower, kind of going off that way, and one for the heart going off the other direction. I want them each to be a little bit different from the other. There, and let's just do a fairly long strip of this. Nothing in particular. Because I have lines, it's going to be easy to write the journaling, and the journaling is going to be, let's see, I'm going to maybe put this one kind of joining that one. And I'll put this one here, kind of snugging into the photo layers. And I'm going to do the flower kind of over here on Bob's suit jacket. And this heart, I'm going to look at it in my screen to see if I can get the balance right. Okay, that works there. And this, I'll have the heart over on that side too. But let me get the flower. I love this pattern of flower. I like the navy blue with the teal and the white stripes that really show. I tend to like the striped ones better than the solid ones. But I didn't select these. I just kind of cut a block off and fussy cut what was in that block. Okay, now let's go to this one. There. And I'm going to put that flower overlapping on the background there. This is a portrait of John and his parents, taken, I believe, when he graduated from college. That was, I'm pretty sure. I have to go look at the original and see if there was a date. I thought I knew. At first I thought it was high school graduation, but then I remembered that the only photo of the day of his high school graduation was of him with his car, with their car that they let him drive. That was the most awesome story that tells you what kind of people they were. They couldn't afford a second car for John to have his own car. So let's see, I don't want that there because it's just right in line with that. I might want it more here. I'll do that. And then my journaling can be right there. And I'll put the flower this way. So anyway, what they did was they traded their kind of family car in on a convertible that was sort of a sporty convertible, and they let him drive it. So when he did drive their car, when they didn't need it and allowed him to drive it, he had a car like one he might have wanted to buy for himself. So I thought that was really cool, and he was just the kind of kid who deserved it. He was when I say that he was one of the good guys, I'm not talking just about how he treated me and how he was when I knew him, but talking to his parents and his friends, people who knew him in school, he was just extraordinary. Just truly one of the good guys. Okay, let's toss that in there and put that up to the side. Now, I have a couple things here. This is a branding strip that has the eyeglasses, and it says hello. And I kind of thought I might want to use a strip going across, and this one has pins, and I just love both of these. I'm going to go ahead and kind of tear that right there, put it down, I'll line it up on one of those ledger paper stripes, and I'm going to tear this one, line it up on the same stripe there, so I can tear it here. Let me see if I can get that under there and make sure it's the same stripe. It wouldn't surprise me if I'd pick a different strip, and that would be fine. And then I'm going to kind of overlay this one. I'm going to tear that one right there. And I really like the one that has the little ink spots, and I'm going to push it in a little further. And it's on grid paper, which is kind of cool. And I'm going to do this one like this and tear it here. Let's see, I need to put a little bit of liquid glue here to get that to stay down. Of course, I get it on my, and it's time to clean my, let me put a little bit on the very end there. It's not going to go in the same place. I'm going to put it down kind of like that. Okay. That's my embellishing for that page, pretty much. I'm going to, let's see, I don't have an alpha. I thought I have this white alpha, and I probably have room to write Moneypenny across there, but I'm thinking I want it larger and maybe across here. So I'll have to go find a an alpha that works. I don't want to use the colored one. Let's see. I'm going to do Call Me up at the top. let's see. You know what I could do is write call me there, and then let's see if I can do that. And because it's in white, it will be very subtle. That's kind of subtle and upside down, so that kind of makes it extra subtle. Do I do call me or call her? I'm going to do call her, and I'm having trouble lifting up the L without tearing it off the puffy part. Call her. And the her is easy to identify because she's the only her in the photo. Okay, and I'm gonna, let's see if I have time to do that. Manypenny. I'm gonna do it backwards. And I'm going to do it, I'm going to put the Y under this heart, and I'm going to move the heart a little bit further in. Okay, I hope that doesn't. I'm not having a good experience here with tearing that, or with moving that stuck a little too well. So I'm going to try it, and I'll just embellish differently here. I'll do that there, and it doesn't show where it tore. Now where did the Y go? Here, I have it here. And put it there, and two ends. And I'll have them touching each other since they're I think it's going to work. Let's see, we need a Y. So it's about a mom named Manypenny. Of course, John's father had Scottish Irish roots, and his mom's family was British. Okay, and an M, and then we're done. And I hope that title isn't too subtle. I'm banking on, I can see it just fine, in the the texture is fine. I can see it just fine in person, but judging by how it looks on the screen to you, it may not show up well enough in photos, and I would hate that. So what I could do is I can actually rub some ink on it and do sort of like a mixed media alpha if I feel like I need to. And I could try. Let's just see. I kind of like that, actually. That's making it show up on the screen, I think. And of course I'm going to get some on the white paper underneath, and that's okay. It just really kind of brings it out. I like that. Okay, and that's my page. I thank you very much for watching. I will add the journaling right in here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.